Crossland up in the line. Ponga getting it on. This is nice. Lucas in and away. Lucas putting the foot down. Gets past Luai. Still going Dylan Lucas. What a run. Galvin saves it around the ankles. But the Knights, surely, yes. Sharp is in. Finally the Knights are over. And this try-scoring machine puts it under the bar. And the Knights are back in business.
That is great. A play there from the Newcastle Knights. The reaction from Kalen Ponga after Jerome Luai's kick goes up. They move out to the left-hand side, and this man has been dangerous when a ball in hand. Bradman Best goes straight through, and then the mentality of Fletcher Sharp, he doesn't hesitate here. Goes to dummy half, and he is running every time to score the try.
That's a great try, isn't it, from the Newcastle Knights? They've been fumbling and bumbling for the Harvey Norman replay. Straight through Dylan Lucas, but look at the play the ball. Does all the hard work. Doesn't rest on him.
Somehow they hold on, but for how much longer? Ponga, they've got numbers. Best, surely, Best, unbelievable. As it comes away to Marju. Marju gets there. Marju gets there. Newcastle on the verge of mucking it up again, but Marju finds his way to the line. And finally, the Knights have taken the lead.
For a large part of this contest, the Tigers' defence has been very, very impressive. But when the game is on the line, the Newcastle Knights break through with Schiller with the long run. 1, 2, multiple missed tackles here from the Tigers' defenders allow the Newcastle Knights to get into this position. Desperation on the try line, but the pass here from Kalen Ponga hits the deck. There it is from Bradman Best, and then just watch the movement here of Marju. Good footwork, power running, and they score.
Gee, they made it hard work, didn't they? Bradman Best threw the dummy. He had two men on his outside. Here's the dummy. Here goes himself, flicks the ball out the back. They had to go back and get it. Marju, how he kept in the field of play, I'll never know.
Hang on, has he? Let's just check this. Where are his feet here? Marju certainly got the crowd murmuring. It's close.
Oh, he's in.
Oh, just in. It's a try.
I'll tell you what, Best, he made hard work of it.
This is a promising set of 6 by the home team. Across to Crossland. Ponga has a look. Ponga through the hands, one side to the other. Glorious ball. Kai Pearce-Paul sends James Schiller over for our opener.
Fantastic ball movement by the Knights. They sense the opportunity off the back of a quick play the ball from Best. What a run that was. He beat his opposite man, Farnworth, with a big left foot step. You see here, Harvey Norman replay, fast play the ball in the Knights. They go to work, Kalen Ponga, nice work drifting across field, and then just had to go through the hands. That was a basketball pass in the end. Kai Pearce-Paul.
Well, he's 6'7". Have a look at how tall he is, the Englishman. I think they're still getting used to it.
They're in striking range here. Ponga, and a try again to Schiller. Easy, Kalen.
Brilliant play. Fast by Jack Cogger and Ponga. The ability to get across defenders and make the outside defenders nervous. Harvey Norman replay. Not much doing here. They're 5 defenders. But just the speed in which Cogger firstly goes, and I think this will be taking off Newcastle. I think Dane Gagai just checks one of the defenders, but look how quick they get across. Yeah, Avarillo was knocked over. This will be taken off the Knights.
Well, there was slight contact with Avarillo, but did Avarillo make a decision to come in on Gagai? 5 of the last 6.
They're down on the 10. Fletcher Sharp, Kalen Ponga, Bradman Best. Boom! 3 tries. Inside 20 minutes, they're flying.
Hard to stop there. Bradman Best, so hard to stop. Big man, powerful, and he slammed the ball down. Harvey Norman replay. And have a look who's involved again. There he is, Kalen Ponga. Just his ability to square up, slow down with the ball in his hands, and attract defenders. On that occasion, you just see Herbie Farnworth. He wants to get out. He wants to get over there to make a tackle on his opposite centre, but he can't. And he just dips in, he digs in to hold up on Kalen Ponga, and that left a beautiful bit of room for Best to run.
446 games of experience on the Newcastle bench tonight, the second most in the comp. Ponga beating one. Gagai! You're never going to stop him from that range. They've got 4 tries in the first half, Newcastle, and there's no sign of it slowing up.
This is as good as it gets by Kalyn Ponga. There's a rushing defence, and watch the move even before the ball gets to him. While the ball's in the air, Harvey Norman replay. Rushing defence. Averillo will come up. Ponga moves on the pass. It looks easy to get himself into space and get that ball. That is, there's only a couple of players in the world could do this. That is unbelievable.
And Joey, you've been around for a long time. You play at the highest level. That is not coached.
No.
You cannot coach that skill. That's just natural ability. He's had that since he's a young man. To be able to move on the pass, and you see where he caught it slightly low and at his knees, because that
They've got him around the legs. Now Fletcher Sharp tries to find an opening, gives the ball away to Dylan Lucas. It's another Newcastle try. What about the Elliott bust? Straight through the middle.
Millie, can you go and tell your husband how to pass the ball, please? That was a great run from Adam Elliott. Ball in 2 hands. Show it beautifully. Harvey Norman replay. They're at the show and go. Max Platt turned out. Does the right thing, doesn't panic. Gets a quick play of the ball, and then Fletcher Sharp. He is just a footy player. Looks up, sees space, and just charges into space, and then finds a ball to Dylan Lucas. Great play by the Knights. This will show up beautifully, Cameron. Have a look at him.
Oh, lovely try. We're just commenting at half-time about this young man and his...
Third tackle, Knights, Brady, and Cogger. There's Ponga, quick hands, Kent, straightens up, offloaded, Ponga must score, got it the best. Newcastle get their first points, but it is the 75th minute before they trouble the scorer.
Yeah, it needed to happen 15 minutes ago when they had opportunities down this end of the field and just didn't look good enough with the ball, and they haven't all night, but that's an impressive 4-pointer. James Schiller, the footwork of Schiller, the ability to beat defenders there, pushes away, great step there to beat Randall, throws a terrific pass back on the inside, Brodie Jones.
Sharp kicking in behind. Taruva gets back. Knocks it back in the direction of Newcastle, and Fletcher Sharp is going to finally get some points for Newcastle.
Yeah, as we've said, first try since round 3. Fletcher Sharp, he hasn't stopped trying. He started the movement with a nice little kick. Isuzu D-Max replay, attacking on play 1. Taruva does a great job to get there. But Sharp, he picks
Crossland's gone down underneath the post. Something's happened to him.
Oh, he's out of action. Tyson Gamble, Kalyn Ponga, Bradman Best, catching, passing. Here goes Mars. Yeah, he crashes over.
Yeah. Well, the combination on the left side and the 2 key players, Ponga and Best. And they free up the beast on the outside, Marju. But watch the different speed Ponga's got compared to some of the other players. Isuzu NRX replay. Ponga gets across field, plays the Best, catch and pass, brings Marju into play.
It's marginal. Marju's got it. He's dancing away from him again. He's been the best player on the field for Newcastle. Marju up inside the 30. No one's going to stop him. He gets it over the top. Greg Marju's playing with them.
The beast.
Maybe he can play halfback.
I don't know what the beast, what Easter eggs he's been eating, but I want some. A standard shift, a bat on from Bradman Best. Isuzu MUX replay. Ball comes out, rushing defence, Greg Marju.
Frizzell over the top, Kai Pearce-Paul. There's another offload and Schiller scores.
Well, that set was better. Change of angle, some offloads, running with purpose, off the offloads, move the ball laterally off offloads. And what it does, it scatters the defence. Isuzu MUX replay, they come back, they get the ball to Kai Pearce-Paul. We spoke about that, the offload out the back.
Here's Cogger, now Ponga again. Here's Gangai, almost getting through the get. Gangai's got the pace. Brilliant. And it is James Schiller going over to score for Newcastle. Good try by the Knights.
Well, James Schiller, we've said already that he's dropped a lot of possession, has had the line open, and he's been across, and only to have that disallowed. I tell you what, the Knights in the last sort of 5 minutes, they've been going from side to side. They've been putting that ball through their hands, and this time here, it's just to play out the side. It's been beating for pace here. As you can see on the flanks, Gagai just around Pompey. Looks to come inside, and there's a number of people in field supporting him. These are great signs for the Knights, honey.
Oh, how good to see the veteran himself, and Dane Gagai, 34 years old. Look at him, he just puts on the gas here, gets on the outside. Leo Tawa with the fin there, around Pompey as well. Still got some good pace about him. Finds it.
It's not like Frizzell was playing badly in the first half either. Here's Crosland. Cocker! That's a great ball. And that's Brodie Jones over to score. A try for Newcastle.
Yeah, very nice play, Jones. It's not the one that you thought would come back and score some points, but I think you'll see there Luke Metcalf coming in, trying to be in the passing lane and tape the intercept.
He'll get up and play it. Here's Ponga. Good. Rubber kick into the line's a ripper. What a kick, what a try. Happy 21st birthday, Fletcher Sharp.
Well, pre-game, what was the question? Get a meat pie?
Two meat pies.
Well, there's one. Well, he's one down, needs one more. But what a birthday that is for the young man. 21 today. Happy birthday. Harvey Norman replay. Just a lovely little kick here by Kalen Ponga. Great skill. He kicked it.
Crosland, Cogger, Sharp. Nice footwork from Fletcher. He might get a double on his 21st. Oh, he has. He's got it down.
Oh, no
He
way.
has got the opening 2 tries of the match on his 21st birthday.
Don't worry about 2. He might get 5. The birthday boy, straight out of Cessnock. Doesn't he look like a Cessnock boy too? Have a look at him. He's just a footy player. He gets the ball here and they rush from outside in. Here's the run from Schiller. Harvey Norman replay. Gets in the backfield. A lot of potential. James Schiller, I like him as a player. But he gets the ball here. Fletcher Sharp, they're rushing him. He just steps back into
What a run from Kai Pierce-Paul. Now the Knights from one side of the field to the other. It's with Lucas. Dummy to Bradman Best. He goes back towards the centre of the ground and charging onto it is Cogger.
Is that restart?
And
He scored.
He scored a try. Not held. Entitled to go again. Try Newcastle. Jack Cogger scores. It's their 3rd of the afternoon.
Once again, ball movement around that halfway line, and they streak down the right side. Pierce-Paul. What about the mismatch? Harvey Norman replay. Look at this camera. Look at this footage. Just get out of my way. Gets down, plays the ball quick. And they open the field. Look at that. Open the field. Key players, halfback to 5'8", to fullback. Little Lucas gets the ball behind him, comes back, and this is great. Great support from the halfback.
Force a turnover. It's going to be hard though.
Ponga to Best. Best back to Ponga. This is magnificent from the Knights. Can they finish it off? I think they can. Best. Oh, Champagne Rugby League from the Newcastle Knights.
Oh, Kalen Ponga, Bradman Best. Isn't there strike there? Remind me of Game 3 of Origin. Bradman Best flying down that eastern side. But Kalen Ponga, Harvey Norman replay, look at this, just fires this ball. Bradman Best, well done getting back behind the ball, and then there they go. Ponga to Best, Best to Ponga, back to Best. They're flying, the Knights.
It's now with Fletcher Sharp. Now Ponga to Best. Best back into Sharp. It's wonderful football, and Sharp is away. He's got a hat-trick on his 21st birthday. Fletcher Sharp, this wonderful kid from Cessnock, is having an afternoon to remember in Magic Round.
Oh, an afternoon, Salty. What a birthday gift this is. A hat-trick, Magic Round. Let's watch his vision here. Harvey Norman replay. A couple of wide passes. It comes out to Kalen Ponga, and there's Fletcher Sharp on the inside. Best, once again, nice little flick pass, and just a swerve. Wow.
Just look pedestrian, haven't they? No one really taking control here for the Knights.
Here is Cogger, comes to Sharp, who was their best option last week, and then Lucas just steps through a very easy miss by Jaden Campbell. In the end, it was just a pass to the big edge forward. He's got some speed to go with it, and Lucas scores the first try of the game.
Yeah, he knows how to break tackles, doesn't he, Lucas? Been back on the side for a few weeks now. Great try. He's got a tremendous work rate. And they had to score the amount of possession that they had. It was off a slow play the ball too. A one-pass runner here. Lucas has it all to do now. Just a one-on-one miss there. Big back rower on the half. We saw it a lot in the game. Just couldn't make the tackle. Just have a look where he's...
Beryls is there once again to stop him really winding up. 4 tackles gone for the Knights. Sharp finds Ponga to the outside here. Best gives it to Marju. Runs to the Groot. He draws and passes. Fletcher Sharp, try-scoring 5'8" that he is, grabs the second for Newcastle.
Yeah, just all too easy there. Sharp scores a try back on the inside, stays alive. It's Marju who makes the break down the left-hand side. That's their preferred side. They love attacking. Look at the shortened line here. Just invites Ponga just to skip on the outside. The catch and pass here from Best. And look at him lining up back on the inside to score. Sharp stays alive. Marju with a great pass back on the inside. All too easy there for the Newcastle Knights. You can put it down to a little break they made through the middle of the ruck there. Quick play the balls. Ponga gets himself involved. There's the pass there from Best. Marju does well to line his 5'8" back up on the inside. Newcastle are in again.
That was a great replay, wasn't it? Just looking head on at Kalen Ponga, and Jojo Fafita just had to pay him the respect that he deserved. For Cogger, now Sharp, weaving in traffic. Good tackle there, not stopped though by Brimson. Gets up, gives it to Cogger. Pierce Paul hands it out the back for Gagai now. Comes back midfield. Croker into space. He gets to the line. Did he get it down though? A pile of bodies there in the in goal, and Belinda Sharp believes he didn't get it to the turf.
Well, you can come in, no try here. I reckon it's Randall that comes across to make the tackle there. Third man in. There's Fermor. Just have a look how late he arrives here. Just held up, can't get the ball down, he's held up.
The conversation's going to be happening all weekend for New South Wales and Queensland fans. Now Ponga down the right. Gagai got the pass away, and the dam wall has been broken for James Schiller to score for the Knights. They found a bit of ball movement and a bit of speed. The Knights, in the 75th minute, score their first point.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I haven't seen much of Schiller tonight. Really, the ball hasn't gone his way. Ponga comes in with the speed. Gagai there with the offload. Schiller, too much pace, improves his position. Score under the post. A little bit of slick ball movement there. They had the numbers. Adokar was caught in field.
Ball gathered in by Cogger. He did well to hang on to it. They're 19 away from the line. Crossland short side. Sharp right up in the line. Speed off the mark, and now strength gets him to the end goal. They both got it down. Fletcher Sharp right at the finish. May well have forced this.
Well, he looks pretty confident too. Got up.
I've got it grounded at the bottom.
His players are congratulating him. Yeah, gets a try. Well, they've awarded it anyway. They'll have a look.
It looked like he had to be held up, but he just fought and wrestled and wriggled. And right at the death, if it's not called held, then I don't see how they're going to take this off him, Steve.
Well, you've got to say it's a great run, no doubt about that, but there's a couple of players around. They should have made that tackle. Third man comes in Kenny, and somehow it looks like that he's got...
Crossland now, flatters ball, you'll see. Not quite able to force his way over Elliott. Crossland right on the goal line. This is high pressure from Newcastle. This time Lucas goes over. Ball came loose. But he's got up like he's got the winning lotto ticket.
I've got no try on tackle 5.
Linda Sharp.
Confirming a double movement, please.
Oh, double movement. Well, I didn't know that, but the bunker will decide.
And that's his second run in that set of 6
Look at the
tackles.
arm
A couple
of
of telling.
Dylan Lucas.
It remains here. He's ripping into his work tonight. Crossland fired across to Gamble to Lucas again. Lucas has got to get there. This is powerful. This is a show of physicality from the Knights. The old blueprint, run hard, tackle hard, and boy, are they running hard.
Well, it's a bit of a mismatch at the moment. Lucas on Schneider. He goes at him again here. Straight away, legs tackle, little bit of footwork at the line, beats Laurie. See Schneider about 10 metres out from that line after missing the tackle. Look up. This kid's a powerful runner. We said it before early in the game. He goes in for number 2.
That whole restart of play from the last kickoff blocker. Every run with intent. Then they get set restart. Summerton was there. Kenny. Is he going to get a set restart? No. Last tackle. Gamble. A dink. And they've got another one.
I'm happy.
He's got a hat-trick. Dylan Lucas is having a night out in Bathurst. Well, you can go gold panning somewhere here, can't you? He's found 3 nuggets of gold.
Oh, just have a look at how hard he chased too. They had to turn around and chase the Panthers. A man down. Lucas with great speed to get to the ball first. What's the little grubber kick in behind? Gamble goes right at the line. A little bit of jostling there. Lucas goes in for number 3.
I've had no shortage of possession at the Dragons' end of the field, but nothing really to go on the back of it. That's nice. The front rower to the back rower. Leo Thompson to Kai Pearce-Paul.
They were similar to the first half when we saw Val Holmes skipping back through the middle. This time it's the front rower, Leo Thompson. Here we go, left foot.
That's some momentum up behind that carry. Brayley across the good hands. Here's a chance. Kai Pearce-Paul. Give it to Fletcher. Oh, good tackle. He nearly got his yes. To allow, but he broke out of it.
Yes.
There we go.
Cameron, they're listening to you.
Well, there you go. Not a difficult game, rugby league, is it? Little bit of ball movement, consecutive tackles, move defenders around, make them make decisions in consecutive tackles, and you come up with an error. Harvey Norman replay. You just see there was Luke Brooks on that occasion. He comes flying out of the line. He jams across one of his own defenders, which creates the overlap or space to run through for Kai Pearce-Paul. And that man there, he always finds a great place to position himself to finish off a great movement. Well done, Newey.
Isn't he a player, Fletcher Sharp? The ball movement, players in the right hole, and then Luke Brooks.
Now Fletcher Hardy sprinting through. He takes the catch. He falls down. He gets up and crawls there. The Knights are back.
Oh, the flying mullet from Warren. Shot out of a cannon. The kick looked way too long, but this young man, Fletcher Hunt, Jesus, a night for the Fletchers.
The entertainers. Ponga now. Across to Fletcher Sharp. It's the last play. Ball to Gagai. Gagai to Schiller. Newcastle get a third try. Can you believe what's happened here?
What about this?
Oh, James Schiller in the corner. What a game. Oh, I think a lot of people would have written Newcastle off at half time, but they've found a game of football for us. Unbelievable. Greg Marju, Harvey Norman replay. He started it all the way up the other end of the field. Here he goes here, bumps off his opposite man. Downfield he goes. He probably gave this a touch too early. He probably ran out of gas, to be fair.
He ran out of gas, look at him.
And he's like, don't give it back to me.
The red light's on.
Someone else, here, you take it, Cogger. But they just had to get the ball to the far side.
Pearce-Paul tries to hold it. He's amazing. He's got that wingspan and can pass out of nothing. Here's Schiller. Schiller! Fletcher Sharp! They've done it! We're about to be locked up at 22 each!
Oh, can you believe this game? Can you believe it? Unbelievable.
The Knights too far out for a field goal shot. Down the short side. Ponga sends it up in the air. We know Hunt's a great leaper. He taps it back.
Oh! No way.
Newcastle have saved their season in the most spectacular fashion.
Fletcher Hunt. And Ponga's first try of the year.
No way.
First try of the year. Heart rate, please, Adam O'Brien. Fletcher Hunt, once again, competing in the air. It was a bit of a nothing kick.
Yeah, well, when it come off the boot, the left boot of Ponga, we're thinking, what's going on here? You should be looking for some depth. Harvey Norman replay. There's just a little pop kick.
Look at the Mayor of Warren. Have a look at him. He just competes. Gets up. Oh, what a play.
And
well done, young man.
That mullet, that kept him in the air a second longer. I'm telling you.
Now every
Just
kid in
loaded.
Newcastle.
He's got support on his outside through McCarthy. He takes on Teddy, beats him. Radley makes a try saver. Last play here. They go left. Ponga gives it away. McCarthy scores. Grabs his first try in the NRL. And the Knights are on the board first here tonight.
We were going to say after they came back from 16-0 down last week, Dylan Lucas is the man that makes the original break, backs himself too, tries to beat James Tedesco, and then he came from behind. Victor Radley to make the cover tackle. They couldn't scramble back on their goal line quick enough. Spread the ball to the left-hand side. It was beautiful play by Jack Cogger. Goes right to the line. Have a look at the numbers trying to get back here. On the line here.
Down to the Dolphins 30. As he goes back to Cogger. Kicks back towards Dominic Young. We know the aerial threat that he is. The ball leaves. The catch there of Tabuai Fido. And it falls for Fletcher Sharp. The referee says try for the moment. No touch by Young. And Sharp has first points for Newcastle.
Yeah, Tabuai Fido looked like he had a good grab on that ball, but we know what a competitor he is. Dominic Young sort of got in his way there. It's a nice chase through up the short side. Cogger, perfectly weighted kick. Tabuai Fido has a good grab on it. And I think it goes back off his hands, and Sharp right on the spot picks it up. This will tell the story here. Competing for the football. Yep, that's gone backwards there off Tabuai Fido. And Sharp right on the spot, perfectly weighted and bounced right up into his...
Able to help stop speedster and Fletcher Sharp. Cogger, long way. Now Ponga, rubbers. Here's a chance. It sits up beautifully for Bradman Best. A terrific kick as they wrap back to the left-hand side. The Knights are in again. They make the lead 6 points.
Unbelievable try, that one. We always talk about Ponga and his ability to beat blokes, but what about his kicking game there? We don't talk about it enough. Beautiful restart there for the Newcastle Knights. Look at this, Best call, and he knew straight away what was on. They got a wonderful understanding. Best back in the side. Newcastle in again.
He just looked at Best, who had the clear run through the defensive line there to plant it down. He was pumped about it as well. Cogger went a long way to get. Comes from Brayley. Through Croker, then Cogger, Gagai, Dominic Young. Welcome back to Knights colours. He plants it down. It's taken him less than half an hour to score once again as a Newcastle Knight. And his try-scoring ways continue on no matter who he's playing.
Yeah, well, the best thing about it is they've got attack on both sides of the field now. Left-hand side is Best. Goes straight through, some great ball movement. Schiller does well. Bounces out of a couple of tackles. Quick play the ball. They go straight away to the right-hand side. And that's great play again. And Gagai, the catch and pass. So calm under pressure. Watch this. The tunnel ball, catch and pass. Bostock comes in to make the tackle. Dom Young, look at the smile on his face. Playing outside of Gagai. They go in for number 3, Newcastle. Different side here this afternoon with all these guys back. Look at that. I've got you here. They go in for number 3.
And they're still deep on the attack. A second straight set. Cogger goes to Ponga. Rubbers. Here's Best. He gets another one. Second try today off a grubber by Kalen Ponga. He had to wait for the bounce. It stayed sliding along the turf. He plants it down, and we're all locked up here in Perth.
Trying to get himself involved in the game, Ponga. He's been outstanding here for the Knights. Backing up after Origin. Goes at the line, little grubber kicking him behind. They've got a great understanding. Lands on that ball with his torso. Does he get a hand on here? Was it just the torso here? Did well. No, there's the hands on the ball. A little bobble there. This will tell the story.
He touched the ball. Here is Best. They're saying still the last. Will reach out. Did he keep his hand off the ground? It looked as though he did.
Is that Brady Jones that scores, is it? What about the desperation at the back here? Unbelievable here if they do get this try. It is Brady Jones. You're right about it. If he keeps his arm off the ground, is there a second effort here? Up goes the bomb. Watch him compete here. Taviai Fido goes high. A little bit of an early jump. Best reloads. Gets the offload back on the inside. I thought that was a great tackle.
As long as the ball doesn't scrape the turf here on the way through.
See the space on the left-hand side, Ponga. Xavier Savage, he rushes up. He'll get the ball there sometime.
It's still on short side. He got his shout again, and that's why Schiller scores, and Newcastle might be back in this one.
Yeah, a lot better. In the back of a couple of 6 to go as they roll down the field. A couple of plays, a lot better from Jack Cogger. Straight in the attack, playing short. Harvey Norman replay, it just had to come shorter numbers. Play at the back to Ponga, and then Schiller, he strolls over. But better signs for the Knights, and they're a team that grows in confidence. If they get one, they can get 2 and 3 quickly.
Yeah, led by their captain and fullback, Callum Ponga. He was the one that started it up the other end. He took the ball.
15 to go, trailing by 16, but it's not over. McEwen over the line, and they've got their second, the Knights.
Yeah, young powerhouse.
It's his first try in the big time, Jermaine McEwen.
Yeah, Penrith Jr. has come up the freeway to Newcastle. Has big raps on him. Physically big and strong. Here, Harvey Norman replay. Go-to side, Bradman Best. He gets the Gidley flick around the corner, or sort of slips out. And Schiller's been really strong tonight. Doesn't panic, gets down, gets the offload. Bradman Best shows his speed and power, and he just comes up short. And the play, here it is here, the replay. Yeah, it's fair play. And then McEwen ends up getting dummy half and just says, dummy, I'm going myself. And just sees the power, look at the power in the legs, gets over.
Time ticking, but just enough time for the Knights. Ponga, Gagai holds up the pass, Best for Schiller. Oh, grandstand finish coming up at McDonald Jones.
Oh, here we go. Can they jag one with 5 minutes to go? Nice play. They got the 6 to go. And then that left side, once again, the damage on the left side. The combination. Harvey Norman replay. The ball will come wide. Cogger goes into the line, creates room. And Bradman Best, and he offloads. Out of the game tonight, Schiller. The combination on the left.
Well, big kick coming up, Joey. This is a big kick. 6 points the difference now. 4 points.
A couple of times
distance.
A couple of times they got Fogarty.
Point scoring ability so far this season between these two teams. But Newcastle get a chance here. Hunt to Young on the outside of Howard. Chips over the top. Pushing through. Awkward bounce for Melbourne. Young stayed alive. He played to the whistle and he scores for the Knights. The Englishman at his absolute very best there.
They have been impressive with the ball, the Newcastle Knights. A couple of fifth tackle options might have let themselves down, but the movement from the Knights on this occasion, that's a great ball out to Dominic Young. Very slick passing to put the winger down that sideline, and then the kick. There was plenty of Melbourne Storm players around it, but the bounce favoured the winger, who did a great job. The ball was high and up over his shoulder. He dragged it in, then got a perfect kick in, and just the bounce that you want to see. Are you confident that he's got it down and inside the dead ball line or the touching goal line? I'm not sure.
I'm not as confident as I was initially.
Does he push
Counter towards the edge of the red zone where Saifidi plays it. Preston goes back to Hastings. Gagai bypasses Hunt, finds Young. He's such a big body. And he plants it down for number 2. So hard to contain. Close to the line. Dominic Young wearing 2, has 2. And he makes it a 6-point lead.
Oh, he's done it. He's stunning try, the opening one, but he's done a job to get this ball down. It looked like the Melbourne Storm defence was able to do the job and push him across the sideline. They've been dangerous when they've gone down the right. The passing has been crisp and well executed. And Dom Young has somehow been able to squeeze the ball in between some players. Oh, he gets it down immediately.
Plays it for Brayley. Now Cogger comes out to Hastings. Ball out the back here. Hunt for Young. Chance to come up with a 100 ball. He tried to keep it alive there. And might be play on. The pass is backwards.
Come in a 3.
Melbourne. And the referee says yes. That's a try for Fletcher Hunt. They extended the arm, the long right arm of Dominic Young, and kept the ball alive. Backward out of the hands of the referee, off the legs of a Storm defender, and play on. Well, the youngster playing at right centre in Fletcher Hunt.
Yeah, Kai Pearce-Paul's ability to keep the ball alive. A little flick out the back to Fletcher Hunt, who offloads to Dom Young, and then Dom Young, as he's going to ground, throws the ball backwards. Absolutely, no problem with that. Bounces off the leg of Sean Bloor into the in-goal area. Hunt gets his hands on it. And that's 26-12 with a kick to come. Inside.
Lead runner can't find a way through, but they're inside the Westpac red zone. Slow play the ball on the last. Hastings to kick towards Dom Young, the 2-metre giant out of England. Up he goes, off hands. It's there for Hunt. And the Knights hit back.
Well, first time down here, or second time down here, they jag a try off a kick. And this young fella, Fletcher Hunt, he can score a try. A real promising player on the outside backs. Isuzu MUX replay. Great kick from Hastings. They get up and knock it back. I hope Mr. Bunkers.
Now Cogger, room to move. Gagai, best, quick hands. Marju holds on this time. So does Capewell. Oh, passing off the ground there, isn't it? No, he says the ball carrying arm was above the ground. That's all legal and fair game. And now the Knights lead.
Looking sharp in attack. Halves combining again to Gagai. Look, Tony Gagai. Isuzu MUX replay. All the key players combining. Marju, just go for the corner, Greg. Just charge. He stops, he props. He gets down. That's held.
It's always been a pass off the ground in the history of rugby league. Grant Atkins, with 300 games under his belt, says no, the ball carrying arm's off the ground. You can pass off the ground.
But he's stopped. There's no momentum.
Another pass there, and there were men over. Rayleigh counting some numbers. The halves combine again. Quick hands. Marju, surely this time.
They're flying, the Knights. Every time they bring the ball left here to Bradman Best, something happens. Gagai Best. Marju finally gets it down. They're flying. It looks terrific. Where's this been, Andrew?
I don't know. Isuzu MUX replay, same sort of shape, just variation. This time they cut Gagai out, and Greg Marju on the back of Bradman Best. Just keep coming left, Knights.
Finally, this jazz from close range.
for the Newcastle Knights. Thompson, lovely offload, gives it to Kai Pearce-Paul. Newcastle hit back. First chance they get inside the 20, they come up with points.
Well, that's good play there by Leo Thompson. Got himself a little bit wider this time. Off the first receiver, trying to get one-on-one here. It's Crossland that goes into that first receiver again. The flat ball, I think you'll find that Strange just sprinted up in front of his teammates, which allowed that gap to happen. One-on-one tackle, bounces the ball out the back. That's a great pass. Pearce-Paul gets the scraps.
Bradley County numbers down that short side. They, true to form, go to the left. Gagai, they've got them. That's why they keep testing them, because they know they can cause issues for Fogarty, Timmercourt and Savage. And this time, they've unpicked them on that left edge of their attack. Marju, he scores. It's 12-10.
I'll tell you, he's been good. Gagai, just watch him hold the ball up here. A couple of times he's gone down. He's mixed his game up, holds the ball up. I think it's Savage that come in. Marju can't get an easier try than that one, but watch Gagai. Hold this ball up, bang. Beautiful pass. They deserve it too. They've forced a couple of line dropouts on the Canberra Raiders. And they're good enough.
Try and hit the ground and play it before the referee says that'll do. And they will get one more in. Smithies. Here's the trick shot. Mariota. Fogarty gives it to Fletcher Hunt. He stayed alive on the play and pulls down the Raiders' pants as the siren sounds. Look at Tom Starling absolutely blowing up in the background. Hunt here. He scores.
Well, that's
what a piece of play by the young man, just 19 years of age. And there was a trick shot coming, and he knew that there was a chance for it to be coming as well.
Well, he got
right
him
up there in the line.
He got himself in that right position too, just throwing out the hand. Canberra Raiders, as we mentioned, just keep playing right to the whistle or right to the half time. Just snatches it out of
that in before Liam Martin got to him. And the Knights have one more play. From Brayley, Rubbers chasing through. Croker is there. He claims a try. He thinks he got it down. It was well weighted, the kick. The referee says no try.
Gee, I don't know why he'd take that away from him. He won the race to the ball, shoulder to shoulder on the chase here.
Still aspects of play. The kick chase is onside.
Comes out to this left-hand side. Gagai now for Bradman Best. Runs towards Edwards. He finds McEwen backing up on the inside. Here he is. This tearaway edge forward, the 20-year-old, grabs his second try in the NRL, and the Knights have got two on the bounce.
Yeah, it all came from a mistake from the Panthers, which they hardly made in the first half. Liam Martin drops the ball. Come down the left-hand side, and we said before the game, you've got to get Best some early ball. Here they go out the back here. Nice hole running there, straight through. Best. McEwen backs up on the inside. And this time he doesn't make a mistake. Sprints away. He's got good speed for a young fella. And that's a good try.
Stuck it in the end on McEwen. After to go crossfield. Dom Young the target. Up he goes. Try time for Newcastle finally.
5 into 6.
Yeah, it was a nice kick, nice finish by Jake Arthur. Puts it right on the spot. And look at that target. We've seen some targets this year with the big wingers. Zuzi D-Max replay. Great ball there. Tyson Frizzell. They come wide. He gets tackled on the last play. Jake Arthur stands up. Have a look at this kick in this strong breeze. Lands it right on the spot. And Dominic Young, too big. Great take.
Yeah, size is the advantage, but he creates it.
And now Croker standing, looking to deliver, but can't fire a pass to Pearce-Paul. One more for Newcastle. At the line crossing, Grubbers coming through. Thompson's there again. He's the kick chase specialist. Big Leo Thompson. Bulldogs bound next year. He's got their first points today.
Well, the Crossland kick did a little more than rescue the set because it needed rescuing after a number of one-out runs from this Newcastle team inside the 20, but a great kick from Phoenix Crossland. Looked like he was running, well disguised, looked like he was taking the line on, just dropped it onto his foot, squeezed it through a couple of Brisbane defenders, and then Leo Thompson, the man that almost scored.
Here is Arthur. Comes through Croker, pass hits the deck, and then towed forward here. McEwen playing on, collided with Walsh. Bradman Best, he puts the afterburners on. Won the race to the ball. If it's all play on, it's a try to Newcastle. Tom Smith, he likes it. We'll wait and see what the bunker makes of it. What about the collision between McEwen and Walsh?
It doesn't matter how they happen, does it? And probably weren't thinking the try would be scored after a ball on the ground is towed through, but they needed something. The Newcastle Knights had a bit of field position now. Gets towed through, the collision between McEwen and Walsh, and didn't.
Takes on Hiroti. And held just in from touch. Last tackle. Crossland will kick towards the posts. It'll come down 5 metres out. Great lead. We know how good he is. Fletcher Hunt. From the moment he came into first grade, this bloke has springs in his feet.
Well, the Newcastle Knights were playing a lot of short passes in and around the post, using up Saifiti and Thompson. And on the last play, the Harvey Norman replay, it's basically the first touch or involvement of Fletcher Hunt playing fullback. Crossland gets the ball here, kicks it into a spot underneath the sticks. And the athleticism of the number 5 playing fullback gets up and above all the Sharks defenders. And the Sharks' defence was looking stronger than the Knights' attack until the last play.
Now, Croker dummy half. Going out left, Cogger. McEwen was in position again. Best will take them on. Got the pass away. And Marju claims the try. What is going on with Cronulla? Newcastle, the team that can't score in the first half, has 10 in 17 minutes.
Well, this is the Harvey Norman replay. First it was set up there by Jack Cogger in the 40-20, and Greg Marju has just elevated himself outside the field of play. Beautiful flick pass here from Bradman Best. In the right hand, jumps up, plants that ball down. And if you look at these two sides and not knowing where they are on the ladder, the intensity that Newcastle Knights are playing with, they're just...
5 from the line. Brayley. Caught him. Love to get one against his brother's team. He offloads. And Elijah Salisa Lomoana has a first-grade try. Well, he'll remember that one. His first ever. It comes very late in the day. And Cronulla have a try of Jaden Brayley.
It was a run from Arthur, but the lead-up work from Dane Gagai was bouncing around left, right and centre, and it just put the Sharks' defence all over the place. When Brayley came out to the left-hand side, the marker stopped, the other side of the fence gave up, and the offload came back through here.
Making his NRL debut this afternoon. Cogger rolling it through. Jermaine McEwen gets the Knights on the board.
A good hit back by the Knights. Plenty of ball movement. That set of 6. This young man, he's showing something. There's some errors in him, but he's only young. He goes after the game. Isuzu D-Max replay. Nice kick from Cogger. He gets there. He gets it down. He's a real athlete. A lot of power. The lessons learned.
Here's Arthur kicking towards Croker. Penasini's knocked it on, and there'll be a try to Marju in the corner.
Well, he gets a little reward, Greg Marju. A try. Bradman Best. He's such a strong man. Isuzu D-Max replay. Just brushes Penasini aside. How many times have we seen him do this? Ball in the left hand. That big right arm fend. He's a